Coverage you can count on. This is KCBD News Channel 11's Daybreak Today.
Now at 6 o'clock, a man is in jail this morning after a SWAT standoff at a central Lubbock motel. Plus, a zoning change has been approved for an apartment complex in South Overton. We'll talk about why residents are unhappy and developers are saying it will work. And the U.S. is forced to suspend aid to southern Gaza by sea. The reason behind it and what this means for Palestinians is next. Today is Wednesday, May 29th. You're watching Daybreak Today. Good morning, and thanks for starting your day right here. I'm Angie Winn.
I'm Steve Devine. Good morning.
Good morning. We were talking about so many things. Power outages this morning. There's ice on the roadways in some spots out by Tahoka. Of course, power out in several counties. And even snow plows removing some of that hail out there on the roadway. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, creating that the icy conditions just north of Tahoka. Right now, no watches, no warnings, no advisories. The storm's moving out of the area. We're left with just a little bit of rain here in the far eastern part of the viewing area. This is a 3-hour loop, so actually picking up the storms just as they were moving through the Lubbock area here in the early morning hours around 2:15, 2:30 or so. But again, the activity is moving out of the viewing area right now, left with just a little bit of light rain around the Guthrie area. Cloudy skies may produce a little bit of light rain this morning, but late today we have the potential for thunderstorms returning. Yesterday we had the slight and enhanced risk for yesterday and last night. Today and tonight it's that marginal risk. So that's the first out of the 5 levels that are used to indicate the potential severity of the severe weather outlook. So we may still see some hail up to about an inch, wind gusts near 60 miles per hour with the storms, which are most likely during the evening hours. Now, it won't be as widespread. Storms won't be as numerous. We'll take a closer look at what we're expecting coming up today, along with what's ahead for the rest of the week and the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Well, a powerful storm swept across the South Plains early this morning, causing much damage and leaving thousands without power. Joshua Ramirez is joining us live from Levelland. Joshua, we're hearing there are many folks still without power. What are you seeing as you try to drive around the area?
Yeah, Angie, still a lot of people without power. As we're driving right now, I can actually flip you around so you can see. We're seeing most of, let's see if I can focus out here. Most of the city, businesses and homes, still no power. All the light you see is coming from our headlights there. But all these places that we're driving by are all pitch black, dark. So as of right now, we did hear Linn County, Lubbock County, Hockley County. They are doing their best to restore power to these homes and businesses, but a lot of damage was done by those storms that moved through this area. We've seen a lot of power lines down, a lot of city crews and utility crews out trying to get power up where they can. But we just spoke with the city manager of Levelland, James Fisher, a little while ago, and he said the real assessment of the damage that's been done and the real work is going to happen once the sunlight comes up and they can really figure out where the damage is and what steps need to be taken to fix it. We can also say many gas leaks in the Kaufman area and other areas here in Levelland. So gas leaks, power outages down. I do want to say again, they have opened the South Plains College Student Center for anyone who needs to go there, possibly for warmth or electricity or anything like that. Also, minor injuries, they are asking people to go there. If there's a major injury, then they are going to have to obviously go to the hospital. But that South Plains Student Center is open as a resource for people here in Levelland and the surrounding area. We're going to keep on trying to get around the city, get more images of the damage that's been done as the sunlight comes up. We'll be bringing those to y'all on Daybreak here in just a little bit. For right now, though, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you in the studio. Angie.
All right. Thank you, Joshua, and be safe out there. Right now, an investigation is underway into a shooting in central Lubbock. Police responded to a call around 9:40 last night at 34th and Avenue P. They found one person suffering moderate injuries. So far, no arrests have been made. And a man is in jail this morning following a standoff with LPD SWAT team in central Lubbock. Police say 33-year-old Joe Perez tried to attack an employee with a piece of glass at the Motel 6 near 66th and the interstate, and reports show the motel was evicting him for not paying. Officers say Perez then barricaded himself inside a room. The SWAT team used tear gas, was able to get him out and take him into custody. Perez is now in the Lubbock County Jail, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. There are new developments after the Lubbock City Council meeting yesterday. A new proposal for a 7-story apartment complex in the South Overton neighborhood will now move forward. The council rejected a similar proposal last fall, but the new zoning change request would classify the project near 14th and Avenue X as high-density residential rather than a high-rise apartment complex. After hours of debate, the City Council voted 6-1 to approve the change. Some residents in South Overton say the project will bring in too many people, leading to more traffic problems. However, developer David Pierce says they've researched parking needs and the project will not disrupt traffic.
We're happy to be a part of the Lubbock family and the Texas Tech family, and we look forward to showing our opponents and our allies that we will do what we said and we'll be good neighbors, and we want nothing but the best for the South Overton neighborhood.
Lubbock Mayor Trey Payne says the project will be a good thing for developers, renters, and the tax base in general. The zoning change will have to go before the City Council again for final approval. And the City Council also approved $70 million in general obligation bonds yesterday. The bonds will go toward street projects which were approved by voters in 2022. This includes sidewalks, utility line relocation, traffic signals, and storm drainage. The 2022 street bond is expected to overhaul 17 main roadways over the next few years. However, increasing costs and supply shortages have caused delays on some of those. Overall, the council hopes to improve infrastructure across all of Lubbock. Meanwhile, $34 million in bonds will go toward upgrades at the Solid Waste Department, which was also authorized through City Council. The money will go toward improvements to the solid waste system and extensions to stormwater infrastructure. It's unclear if any funds will be used for the $18 million solid waste transfer station project, which was previously approved for rezoning back in February. Well, today a celebration of life will be held for Lubbock music legend Don Caldwell. The service begins at 3 this afternoon at the Civic Center Theater and will feature musicians Caldwell worked with over his decades-long career. Now, if you're unable to attend, you can still watch or listen online. We will have that streaming at KCBD.com, and organizers say the service will focus on Lubbock sound, which Caldwell helped build.
So he prepared us to carry on his legacy. And so that's very exciting. It's not going to end with him. The music does not die with Don Caldwell. We play on.
Following the ceremony, everyone is invited to join the procession to Caldwell's final resting place. That's at Inglewood Cemetery in Slayton. Making national headlines this morning, both sides have pitched their final arguments to the jury in former President Trump's hush money trial in New York. The jury will decide whether Trump will be the first former U.S. president to be convicted of a crime. Prosecutors, they've tried to cover up hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels in the lead up to the 2016 election. Trump denies any wrongdoing. The jury could begin deliberations as early as today. And around the globe, the U.S. is suspending Palestinian aid shipments. The Pentagon says a floating pier meant to help deliver aid into Gaza is damaged from recent weather. And although crews are working to repair it, civilians in southern Gaza are currently on their own. Amy Kiley has more. It's 6:09, and we're checking in once again with Steve Devine at the First Alert Forecast Center. Steve, what do you have for us at this hour?
I want to take you back in time to just after midnight. We're going to start with the storm, severe storm, right along the state line, and it'll track to the southeast. This is part of the system that affected the Lubbock area here overnight. So I'm going to put this into motion so you can watch that tracking across the area as it passed through the Tahoka area, Levelland as well, produced some wind gust. Tahoka area up to about 95 miles per hour. Also had some reports of hail in parts of Hockley County of up to about 5 inches. We'll look at some of those storm reports a little bit later. This is the current view from our camera here at 98th and University. There's the intersection. There's water in the intersection there. Water is collected in low areas. We're looking to the northeast right now at a partly cloudy sky. The airport is 61 degrees. Dew point is 55. Southerly wind right now at 15. Expecting that we're going to have an easterly component to the breeze today at about 10 to 20. That's going to keep the moisture present. Some fuel for potential thunderstorms late today. Now, Now, this morning it'll be generally cloudy. You may get a little bit of light rain. Thunderstorms have moved out of the area, but late today, primarily this evening, we're looking at the potential for some additional thunderstorm activity here in the viewing area. Now, it won't be as widespread or as intense as yesterday, but we could still get wind gusts near 60 miles per hour, and again, it's possible that we could have hail up to about an inch in diameter. So download the free KCBD weather app. If you haven't updated it in a while, go ahead and update it, but check out the menu, go to settings there, and allow notifications. Yesterday, when the tornado watch was issued for the area, the app would have alerted you if it included your location, as it did me. Also, when the warnings were issued, I was getting those, and that happens even if the app's not running, as long as you allow notifications. So a little bit of light rain this morning, cloudy, but we're looking at the potential for some spotty storms late today, primarily this evening, and we'll hold on to at least a chance of some spotty storms Thursday, Friday, slight chance for the weekend as well. Angie?
Thank you, Steve. It's 6:11 on your Wednesday, and when we come back, many Hockley County residents and surrounding communities are still without power. So we're live in Levelland, bringing you all the latest and look at just some of the damage from overnight storms. Plus, it's time for this month's One Class at a Time, so we're introducing you to a teacher who uses a unique approach to keep his students engaged. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. You're watching Daybreak Today. Good morning and welcome back to Daybreak Today. We are taking a closer look now at just some of the damage in Hockley County over the past 12 hours. The strong storms continued to move through the area while you were sleeping. Joshua Ramirez joins us live from Levelland. Joshua, we're hearing so many people are without power. You've been showing us damage this morning. What can you tell us at this hour?
Yeah, Angel, what I can say is after speaking with the Levelland city manager, crews are out. They're doing their best to get power restored to these homes. They're also out repairing gas leaks and things like that and trying to get debris cleared from the roadway, as well as getting some of these power lines picked up that have been toppled over by the severe and very high-speed wind that came through this area. And you can actually see some of the damage from that wind behind me here at this gas station, where this carport has been completely brought down over these gas pumps. So obviously, if any vehicle or car was under there, it could have led to serious injuries or damage to personal property and things like that. Also, if you look at the businesses around me, you can see this Allsup's still completely black, a Sonic that we're also standing right here by, also still pitch black. The businesses across the street pitch black as well. On our way out here, we checked some outage maps, which I think we have to show our viewers as well. We could see thousands of people without power across Lubbock County, Linn County, Hockley County. So still assessing the damage right now as the sun comes up. That'll become easier for the city of Levelland and the surrounding cities and counties. But right now, it's really just the beginning of this cleanup effort here in Levelland and the surrounding area. We're going to stay out here. We'll be here all day. We'll have more video of damage and hopefully more interviews with the city manager a little bit later this morning on Daybreak and on Good Day Lubbock as well. So we'll continue to bring y'all the latest developments out here in Hockley County. For now, I'll go ahead and send it back to you, Angie.
We appreciate it, Joshua. Be careful out there. Now we want to take you to Irons Middle School, where we had our last One Class at a Time segment. I want to introduce you to a standout teacher who reaches kids through storytelling. Frontier Dodge and Spirit Chrysler are helping us honor him.
But it starts with the story.
Meet Mr. Gabriel Madrid, one of LISD's advanced Texas history teachers and coaches for boys athletics. He's been teaching for 27 years now and has become quite the storyteller.
I decided a long time ago when I started teaching history, I think kids learn best when they hear it as a story. And in this age of digital media and things like this, I think there's still room for kids just to hear good stories that are very important to them and to our country.
President, and John, look at me, John Kennedy says, no, I'm President of the United States.
Mr. Madrid says while storytelling is one of his favorite things about teaching, he also faces a big challenge, and he shared that as well.
To keep them engaged, to keep them interested when they have so many other things going on outside of school. I like to feel that when they come in here, I can take care of them. I can, take care of whatever they might need intellectually, socially, things like that.
On behalf of Frontier Dodge and Spirit Chrysler Jeep, we would like to congratulate Coach Madrid for being our winner of One Class at a Time.
I always have a soft spot for kids ever since I started teaching. And, the idea that every kid deserves a good education, every kid deserves to be in a safe place. And that's very important to me.
Which is why he chose the Children's Advocacy Center to receive the matching $500 grant.
Coach Madrid has selected Children's Advocacy Center of Lubbock as a nonprofit organization to receive the additional $500.
The Children's Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization on the South Plains that serves children who are victims of abuse or trauma. Derek Danner, executive director for the center, says the grant money will provide items like water, individually wrapped snacks, and other comforting items for the children while they are at the center.
The last several years, we've provided services to over 1,000 children. So this money will go a long way in providing all the services that we do in regards to help keeping them safe and getting them to a point of healing, safety, justice, and healing.
And we would like to thank Frontier Dodge and Spirit Chrysler for helping make our One Class at a Time features possible, as well as photojournalist Andrew Wood for his time and talent editing each segment this year. We had a lot of fun doing that. 6:19, and we're checking in once again with Steve Devine. Steve, what should folks be aware of today weather-wise? Good morning.
Good morning. Quiet weather right now, but we have the potential for some thunderstorms, some possibly severe late today. We'll get to that in a moment. What we're looking at right now is a map with the storm reports plotted. What we're seeing on here are wind reports and hail reports. Of note, no funnel or tornado reports showing up on this particular map here, but lots and lots of hail reports, including out to the western Hockley County area, 5-inch diameter hail just to the south of the Pettit area, and very close to Pettit, hail about 3 inches in diameter. That's that report. But right up here near Pep, 4.5-inch diameter hail. So those are the reports with the largest hail. Strongest wind gust that's come in, but is not yet plotted, is a wind gust to 95 miles per hour at the West Texas Mesonet station near Tahoka. That was in the early morning hours here. Now, the rain has moved out of the viewing area right now. Cloud cover has been clearing, but expecting this cloud cover to push back into the area. A lot of low cloud cover here this morning, which may produce some light rain in the region. Then some breaks in the cloud cover, mainly out west, and we'll start to get some heating going on. And late today, the potential for some showers will begin to return to the area, mainly this evening. Again, the activity won't be as widespread as yesterday. May not be exactly where shown on the map, but notice how isolated it is. At 10 p.m., this is showing 2 areas primarily, and again, it may not be exactly like that, but it gives you an idea. Not as widespread as yesterday, not as intense, but we still have the potential for some of these storms to produce some severe weather in the area. Hi.
Good morning. Welcome back to Daybreak Today. Authorities are assessing damage after a powerful storm tore across the South Plains overnight. We are live this morning in Levelland with Joshua Ramirez, who is also dealing with a lot of damage and power outages over there. Folks in Levelland. Josh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Angie, well, now that the sun is starting to come up, we should be able to see a little bit better about the damage that was done. But I can tell you, coming in early this morning, even the pitch black dark, we could tell severe damage was caused by the storm that moved through last night, down power lines and things like that. I'm actually here with the city manager, James Fisher, to talk a little bit about that damage. And so last night, a little bit reactionary with the dark, but now that the sun's come up, I'm kind of expecting more of an offensive take on assessment, right?
Yes, sir. We've had crews out probably the last 20 minutes or so, really getting a better assessment of where we're at. As you can see, our fire guys are just coming back in, and we're going to be doing this all day long to serve the community.
And you said there are still parts of Highway 114 that are still shut down due to power lines and then flooding and things like that, correct?
Yes, sir. We've got areas that have got lines down, they got debris in them, so we're working with TxDOT and others just to get them cleaned up as fast as we can.
And we have heard that South Plains College, the Levelland campus, has canceled all classes today, and you said they're using that student center as a bit of a resource for people who are being displaced. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're still using the resource center or the student center for that. Red Cross is managing that for us.
And a bit of a cry, not a cry for help, but reaching out to the community. People with large four-wheel drive vehicles have been asked if they can assist you guys to come to the fire department. Is that right?
That is correct. All right. We've got some great volunteers that have already showed up, and they're already going out and helping the community and doing assessments and just letting us know where we need to be concentrating our efforts in the next few hours, pretty much all day.
All right, thank you so much, James, for speaking with us, and we'll be back with you here in just a little while.
Thank you guys for being here.
Yes, sir. All right, so you heard it there. A lot of damage still to be assessed here in Levelland. So city crews are going to be out doing that. We're going to talk with Mr. Fisher again here in just a little bit on Good Day Lubbock. So you can tune over to Fox 34 Good Day Lubbock to have more up-to-date live reports from out here in Levelland. For now, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to y'all in studio. Angie.
Joshua, thank you so much. And I just want to reiterate, South Plains College campus in Levelland is closed today, but all other campuses for SPC are open.